Welcome, Stephen Boylan here. Thank you for joining me today on this introduction to counselling skills and practice training course. So what I'm going to do first of all is just do a little bit of an introduction, introduce myself, who I am, give you a little bit of background to myself, then I'm going to introduce you to sort of what we're going to be covering in the course. What I would like you to do is sort of get a pen, get a piece of paper, take some notes as I'm going along, just so you've got them for your own records later on if you need them. Also, what I'd like to do is make yourself nice and comfortable. The good thing about yourselves doing this training is you can pause it whenever you want. So you can stop, you can start, you can do whatever you want, and you can do this training over as long or as little time as you need to. So that's a really good added benefit of doing a course online. So, like I said, this is the taster course. So just to make clear, this is only a taster course. This is not the full course yet. If you decide you want the full course at the end of the taster course, then that's absolutely fine. If you decide it's not right for you, then that's absolutely fine too. So you'll be given the option at the end to upgrade your level of membership. What you've got now is what we call a bronze membership. This is the basic membership where I will be introducing you to all the different modules that are involved in this course. This course is an AQA accredited to level 1 course. So there is a level 2 that comes after this. It isn't online, that one, so if you do want to do another course that is a level 2, or you want to progress further than that, then you would either have to come to our centre here in St Helens, or we're going to be offering it in our centre in Liverpool as well. Failing that, if you don't live in any of them areas, then there's also, I'm sure there'll be local businesses, company, colleges and stuff that offer the level 2 and offer the level 3. If you come to us, however, if you've successfully passed the level 1, then we would probably put you straight onto a level 3, because the level 1 is very similar to the level 2, but it just depends on how you perform in completing the level 1. But I'll give you more details on that, whether you're eligible to go straight to level 3 or whether you need to do the level 2. It just depends on a number of factors which I will explain should you choose to want to progress that way. If you just want a basic introduction to counselling, you just want to taste it, you just want it for your CV, you just want it to sort of get an idea of what counselling's about, then the level 1 should be sufficient. There obviously is different prices, so the price for the level 1 is £150, the price for the level 2 is £250, and then the level 3 we are going to be doing, but we're not advertising at the moment, so we don't have a price for that at this present moment in time. I don't want to bog you down too much with prices. This is not about selling the course to you. It's about giving you a taster to see whether you are interested in counselling, and if you are, then they're the options. I just want to make it clear that you have got options in terms of moving forward with this training as well, if you choose to do so. So, a bit of background to myself. I'm a qualified counsellor and what is referred to as an integrative therapist. I integrate a number of different approaches. The main approaches that I use is cognitive behavioural therapy, person-centred counselling and psychodynamic. During this course I'm going to give you an introduction to all of them. They're the 3 main models that I'm going to be talking to, and there's different models of counselling which I will be sort of giving you a brief overview to the different models of counselling or approaches, whichever you would prefer to call it. So I'm going to give you an introduction to them as well, to sort of the models that I use in my practice. So I practice on a regular basis, on a daily basis. I've probably seen well over, probably around about 2,000 clients now, maybe a bit less in terms of individual clients. I've probably seen well over, in terms of sessions, we're probably going into the 5,000 sessions, maybe a bit less, but I've not counted, so I couldn't give you an exact figure, but I know it's a lot. So that is a little bit about myself. I do a lot of training. I do training for counsellors who have done all of the training in counselling, or they're just about completing it, I do additional courses, so like anger management, working with couples, lots of different things like that. I do work with couples myself, I work with children also, and adults, so I work in a broad sense of doing a lot of things. I do have a basic training in supervision as well, which is one of the requirements which I'll explain to you as you go through the course. What people need to have is supervision. And that's a little bit about myself. So a little bit of personal stuff. What I'd like to share is just what got me into counselling. So what got me into counselling? So I had a bit of a bad sort of upbringing from the age of 14, going on from that, and I got involved with drink and drugs and stuff like that. So that led me down the path after my mum died, to being involved in all of that. But then in 2005, I decided that I was going to change my life, and I went back to college, started studying as a youth worker, and then I progressed on into studies into counselling, and then I've just progressed on from there. I've also done level 7 in cognitive behavioural therapy, so I do tend to use a lot of cognitive behavioural therapy in my counselling. I will explain what CBT is as we go along through the course as well. So that's just a little bit I like to share, and that's sort of how I progressed and moved on, and a little bit of my qualifications and experience there. And so that's enough sort of about myself, but we'll sort of talk more about myself as we go along, and you'll get to know who I am during the course as well. And I'm sure you'll get to know me even more as if you progress to the full course as well, and you'll get to know a lot about the different ways that I work as well. So that is pretty much it for this brief introduction. So what you will find in the portal, just to sort of give you an overview of the training portal, over the next 6 days you're going to get access to each of the modules, and I'm going to give you an introduction to the module, and then I'm going to share with you an intervention from the module that you can sort of practice, just a little bit of a getting to understand it, practical exercise that you can do during each module as well. So we'll go through each of them every day. Inside the portal you'll see all the modules, all 6 modules across the top, or in the dashboard going down. Click on the module. In the module you will see a number of videos. You'll see an introduction to the module, and then you will see an intervention video. They're in small videos of probably 10-15 minutes at the very most, because it takes a lot to obviously upload them onto SIPs. So they're in small videos. Everything's in small videos that you can watch within 10 to 15 minutes at the very most. So that's the way it works. Inside the portal you've got a profile, there's also a forum, you can also ask questions underneath each of the videos. I would like you to ask questions because it demonstrates that you're engaging in the program and that you're learning from the program. I will answer the questions as promptly as I can do as well. You can email me if you want to ask a question via email, that's absolutely fine too. You've all got my email by now. And so that's pretty much an overview of the course and how it's going to work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring this short video to an end, and I'd like to thank you for watching this short video, and it's going to be a pleasure working with you, and I hope you all enjoy the course. Any problems whatsoever, please do email me, and we'll try to resolve the problems as quickly as possible. Underneath each video as well there will be sort of a PowerPoint presentation slide PDF that you can download and you can use to go along as well. If you need to, you can use that. That'll be there for you to use as well. And at the end of the course as well, you will get just a brief, you will get a basic introduction to counselling taster certificate. It will just be 1 hour certificate, and it just sort of goes towards your CV or whatever, just to say that you've done a bit of an intro into counselling as well. And then, like I say, you can progress it if you want to get the full accredited AQA level 1 certificate. So, and I'll explain what you need to do to achieve that AQA 1 level certificate as I'm going through this taster as well. So you can see whether the course is going to be right for you or not. That's why I offer a free taster, so you get the feel to see whether it is going to be something that you want want to do or not. And if it is, then you can go further and do it. So that's pretty much it for this short video. I hope you've enjoyed the introduction. If you've got any questions, please don't forget you can comment underneath or email me, and I'll see you inside the next video. So thank you and goodbye.